You know, when I started watching this movie, I came to a grand realization. I finally found my movie crush. Everyone has them. Uh, my mom has Antonio Banderas. My friend Callum Moore has Ava Green. I finally have Sofia Boutella. I finally found mine. There. there's my film crush. Everyone's entitled to one. And I found mine. Because, dear God, that woman is beautiful. Anyway. Where was I going? Oh, yes. So, yes, welcome to my review of The Mummy, the new start of the Dark Universe. Also, kudos, Universe, for having the balls to actually do that while in the midst of Warner Brothers about to sue your ass. So, yeah. That's a ballsy move. But yes, this is the start of the new Universal Monster Universe, and it's not terrible. I know this hasn't been the best thing for critics, but I think the better mood that I was in going in was that I saw it as a matinee, and I'm pretty sure if I had seen it like at a primetime night at like a primetime, I'd have been a little more pissed because I was like, that'd been a waste of money. But no, this was a matinee, and it's probably for the better. And yeah, I'm all for starting a new universe because I grew up with the Universal Monsters. I love the films, and I'm always excited to see the new kind of forms to them. I haven't really found a new Universal Monster movie that I haven't hated. I even enjoyed Dracula Untold to an extent. Also, Joe Johnston's Wolfman movie. That was... I fully admit that they're not great films, but I don't hate them. I don't have a Rothing rage spasm every time I think about them. Hell, even, well, The Mummy 3 and 2 to an extent aren't that great, but the first one's a fun Indiana Jones-esque ride. Yeah. Anyway, so this film is pretty much I'm just gonna say it right out the gate, like everyone else has been saying. This is the Uncharted movie. The start of this film plays out like Uncharted, and Tom Cruise, wow, I'm like, why weren't you given the role of Nathan Drake? But then again, we kind of run the same thing with all Tom Cruise films, that it's Tom Cruise playing Tom Cruise. Whether it be Tom Cruise fighting a mummy, fighting aliens, as a spy, it's Tom Cruise 24/7, so that's not to say it's a bad thing. He does his role pretty well, and again, I was kind of like, you are really pushing for a Nathan Drake role you did not get. Because I know, yeah, Tom Holland, the new Spider-Man is going to be Nathan Drake in a upcoming Uncharted film. But yeah, the whole time I was watching the opening of this film, I was like, damn. But this film is not perfect. I will admit that all the actors, and well, with the exception of one or two, I think they all do pretty good. Of course, Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That was a lot of fun. Of course, Sofia Boutella, oh my god. I've almost got Careless Whisper playing in the background whenever I talk about her. She's amazing as the mummy Amunet. She's intimidating, she's terrifying, but at the same time she has like this weakness and beauty to her that you can't just like, every time we go away from her, it's like, can we go back? Can we go back to her, please? So, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. The partner, in this movie, Tom Cruise's character's partner, who dies, it's actually kind of funny, because he dies, but it's kind of, and this is one of the major problems I have with this movie, is that it kind of falls into a pitfall of, there are awkward moments of comedy, like, his friend gets possessed after being bitten by a demonic camel spider, and, yeah, camel spider, and first off, everyone's kind of like treated, like, people should know, like, quick look, like, oh, hey, there's something wrong, even though camel spiders aren't venomous, something's wrong with our friend, and everyone's like, no, he's fine. Also, just quick thing, why were all the army BDUs in like, green and white camouflage in the desert? I mean, again, I'm not a military person, my brother is, but, yeah, watching this, I was like, shouldn't they have the sand camo? They're sticking out like sore thumbs, every one of them. Did they just blow the budget on everything else, or not have a big budget to begin with? Because you couldn't get proper proper uniforms for the army? I'm just saying. Anyway, but getting back to what I was saying, there's a point in here where he gets possessed, and Tom Cruise shoots him, and shoots him like two more times, and he dies, and it's like an awkward moment where he's like, hey, sorry, and I was like, I guess you're not great friends after all. And then he comes back, and it's actually kind of funny, because the moment he did come back, all I could think was, get the fuck out of here, Jack. If you know what I'm talking about, then kudos, because you got that reference. I'll give you a hint for those who aren't getting it. It's another Universal horror film. Just think about it, of where you've seen that before. And again, if you know what I'm talking about, referencing that movie, kudos. But yeah, he came back, and it was, again, more awkward humor. And that's the thing. The humor just feels really out of place here, at points where it's trying to be serious. I mean, I know Marvel does that too, and at some points it does get in the way, but here it's very blatantly obvious. It's very blatant, in your face, hey, we're trying to be funny, like a Marvel superhero film, and be action. I was like, no, be one or the other. And it doesn't help that this movie was directed by the guy who wrote Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and was written by 6 people. Most of them also have done Transformer films. Doesn't help. But the world building is pretty cool. I will admit, but it kind of runs into a problem with this, is that the problem being is that when you're doing world building, don't do it all in the first fucking film, because the problem is that you're going to slow down everything, and trust me, it slows down when they're trying to talk about Prodigium. And I'm all for world building, especially a world building with all these new monsters. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, you don't need to do this all at once. Just get back to the point, you know. Can we get? We're doing a Mummy film, not Prodigium Year 1. So we have that. So we kind of run into that pitfall. And again, I know this is supposed to set up for a universe, but let me explain something that Iron Man and Man of Steel and several other films have done, and done this better. Don't do everything all at once. Don't pull all of your universe stuff in your first film. Make it about that film, and sprinkle in little things here and there about that universe. Just don't throw it all in there and expect us to go, okay, that's totally fine. Yeah, so therein lies the problem. Is that that's the biggest sin for me in this movie, is that it's trying to cram everything of the dark universe and everything to come into this first film, so it rather than, you know, spread it out throughout the rest of the films. Kind of runs. That's my biggest thing, my biggest complaint with, along with the awkward humor. Also, the actress who's supposed to be Tom Cruise's character's I've forgotten his name. It's Nick, right? Supposed to be Nick's love interest. Oh my God, she's boring. And it doesn't help that this comes off the heels. And this comes off the heels of Wonder Woman, who had a strong female, probably one of the best female characters we've had in cinema, period, in a while, and it's awesome. And then along comes this. Thank God, you know, for Aminette being a completely awesome villain. So thank God for her. Yeah, I did notice they did do a reference to the '99 Mummy film. With the book of life in there. I thought that was like, oh, look at that. And yes, obviously the sandstorm is again another big reference to it. I wish they kind of did more with her powers rather than just go with the obvious, oh, I'm gonna make a sandstorm. I wish they did other stuff, but I will admit that when they were doing the sucking the life force, again, another pull from the '99 film, what I really liked about it is that rather than this time, whenever she absorbs people's life force and reconstitutes her body, they come back as like minions. And all I could think was, so she's Necron. And it doesn't help also that her whole endgame is that she wants to bring Set, the god of evil and death, into our world and put it in Tom Cruise's body and cause the apocalypse. To which I would respond with, so let me get this straight. I get to become a god, I rule the earth, and I get to have a beautiful undead woman as my queen. And on the other hand, I get to have Blandy McBlanderson follow me around, and people who want to kill me because I'm connected to this woman. Oh, decisions. I'm just saying, if I was in Tom Cruise's shoes, I'd have been like, yeah, I'll get you the gem, you put that knife in me, I'll be a god, and we're gonna knock boots for all eternity. I'm just saying, you know, if given the option, if I was given that option, I'd have been like, yeah, I'm all in. I want to be the new Necron. Yeah. All in all, I didn't hate this film as much as critics did, and again, I'm more excited to see where this is going to go, because, for those who don't know, I think the next film that they said is going to be Frankenstein, or rather, Bride of Frankenstein, and they've already said Javier Bardem is going to be the Frankenstein monster, and we have Johnny Depp coming up as the Invisible Man. So, yeah, I am interested to see where this is going to go. I mean, hopefully they'll learn from their mistakes the first time, and not get 6 people to write the damn film, and hopefully just get one writer, one good director, and kind of cut it down on the humor. Like, a lot. So, yeah, there are some good things about this film, and we do get, I guess, Tom Cruise is God now. He's bonded with Set, so he's kind of like Yami Merrick now, or Yami Bakura. That'd probably be the better term. God, yeah, all I could think when he got bonded to Set, I was like, oh, you got your Yami, that's great. Oh, Lord. But yeah, all in all, didn't hate this film, but I didn't walk away going, I loved it. So yeah, I'm gonna give it like 3 to be honest. I'm gonna be nice. Well, 2.5, but 3 because I'm nice. Nah, 2.5. That's more accurate. So you guys tell me, what did you guys think of The Mummy? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys later.